Okay, how's everybody been? I apologize for not posting for such a long time, but I've had some difficulties that I've been experiencing lately. As you can imagine, living on the streets, you're always presented with the unexpected, and I have learned that I just need to adapt and overcome whatever, comes my way. And I've just had some of those difficulties which have, arise here as of late. So that has pretty much inhibited me from posting as often as I would like to. But the thing that I'd like to talk about today is something that I've actually become aware of as I've been out here and simply just trying to survive on a day to day basis. Um, and it's in regards to diet. I recall, and I still do to this day, I get a lot of people which ask me, what's your diet? What do you eat? How do you get so ripped? What foods do you suggest? What supplements do I recommend, etc. And I want to say that what I've come to realize is that there's no there's no magical diet. There's no specific uh there's no specific diet that is perfect for an individual, for each person. Um what I believe is that you have to you have to test certain foods. You have to find out which one is the best for whatever your goals are. Which one. First off, you have to find out what foods work best in your body. What makes you feel your best, what gives you the most energy, what gives you the most alertness, etc. What just makes you operate at your highest level. And when you identify those particular foods, then what I suggest is that you stick with them. Obviously, if they're working good for you, then you simply stick with them. Um, Something else that I believe is that certain things do need to be present in a diet in order for the body to function at its highest level. Obviously, those things, in my opinion, are carbohydrates. You need a healthy carb, protein, of course, to heal the muscles and help with recovery and whatnot. Also, I personally recommend a healthy level of healthy fats, and because it's just another source of energy. That's me, personally. Now you, like I say, it's specific to whatever your goals are and whatever your body type is. You, for instance, might want to lose fat. That might be your objective. So I wouldn't recommend it for you. If that's the case, um, you might want to exclude fats completely. It's up to you. That's up to you to find out. That's up to you to determine. That's where the specialization comes in again. You have to find out what works best for you and what is going to help you achieve whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. So it's your job to do that. Nobody can do it for you. Nobody can determine it for you. People can give you guidance, but ultimately it's up to you to, identify what works best for you. So yeah, carbohydrates, of course, energy. Me personally, a little bit of healthy fats. Also, I recommend, of course, hydration because you need water, and the proteins. And oh yeah, I almost forgot. If you can incorporate them, I would highly recommend vegetables. Because the micronutrients in the vegetables actually work in conjunction with the proteins. They make your body better capable of absorbing the proteins and incorporating them. So I feel as though they are key. The micronutrients in vegetables, whether it be kale, spinach, carrots, whatever. Whatever they exist. So that's my personal beliefs when it comes to diet, you know. And one thing that I've actually, another thing rather that I've actually learned out here is that your diet doesn't need to be perfect, you know? Like I said, I'm out here and I'm surviving literally on the streets on a minimum budget, a below minimum budget. I've actually come to the point where I have to restrict myself to about, I want to say, $10 on expenditures a day. Um, as crazy as that sounds. So you could just imagine that my food options are extremely limited. So, I don't have access to the best foods. I would love to have that, I did at one point in my life, and I'm gonna return to that state of existence soon, you know? But I don't have access to, filet mignon right now, to salmon, um, to these great foods that are extremely nutrient dense and can literally just, man, they literally flood the body with all these good things. And I know how good that feels. I know the benefits of being on such a diet, and it's a great feeling, extremely beneficial. But if you don't have access to, to these optimum foods, these great choices, then you have to do whatever is at your disposal. Right now, for example, I mean, I'm surviving off of turkey sandwiches and popcorn and, you know, um, juice and whatever it is that I can come by, But and I'm grateful for this, but people still say, hey, what are you doing? How are you staying in such good shape? Because they know some people, not everybody, but um, some people are aware of my living conditions. So they're like, damn, how are you taking such good care of yourself? How are you maintaining, your appearance? I'm not saying I look my best. I definitely don't believe that. Um, but, I'm doing what I can with what I have, and it's sustaining me. Um, but yeah, it all boils down to what I just want to say is that there's no perfect diet, and your diet doesn't necessarily have to be perfect in order for you to not only sustain yourself but to get results. Especially if you incorporate in a good amount of supplementation. Because I am, I still have, my whey protein. I still have my isolate, my collagen peptides, my concentrate, and I take them consistently. Especially now because my food intake is limited, so I'm in need of that supplementation to help fill the gap, so to speak. So yeah, what I would suggest to you is just to, you know find out what works best for you. There is no such thing as a perfect diet, and your diet doesn't have to be perfect, and you can still get results. You can still be in good health. Um so yeah, just figure it out for yourself. Test certain foods, and remember, annotate how they make you feel. How did you perform? How much did you lift? How far did you run? All of these things are very important and take it very seriously. And once you identify the things that allow you, give you the capability to function in a state of mind and at the level that you desire, then just stick with it. So do the work. It's well worth it and it'll pay off. And by the way, I want to show everybody right there. Yes, that is my Gang Gods jersey. That is the first Gang Gods apparel ever created. Well, actually, one of two. Also gave one to my old man. My dad had to hook him up. He representing, and I thank him for supporting everything that I do. No matter how crazy it may seem, he has my back, and so I had to give him, one of the first of these to be created. And there would be plenty more. I'm aspiring one day to create a whole line of apparel, all types of accessories and whatnot with this brand on it. And yeah, this is just the beginning. So yeah, I hope that helps somebody out. Yeah, do the work, figure out what works best for you, figure out the perfect diet, and stick with it. Don't ever stray from it. So yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say, and I hope everybody has a good day. And I will I will commit to posting more often.